I mind? I think I would say anything about it. I'm going to take my glasses off, though.
I'd rather you didn't.
What about the shirt?
Well, Edgar's not available, so hopefully he's down
In the...
meeting with Beth.
Okay.
He's supposed to meet him at 10. So I'll bring him in.
All right.
Good to go.
It won't be long.
Yeah.
Again, famous last words.
Yeah.
We got a cameo appearance at the end by Edgar.
Yeah, he'll pop in.
So, coming off of Sean, I guess would be the best way to start.
Uh-huh.
How soon after that did the rumblings of Hot Fuzz begin?
I don't know, I think... I think it started quite soon after. I think we'd finished it and then, you know, they took a bit of time off and then decided that, you know, this was their next... I think Edgar always wanted to do a big action film.
It seems like there's a lot of extrapolation coming out of Spaced. You can actually see all the genres they eventually want to get to as you watch Spaced.
Yeah, I guess you set things up, don't you, early on in your career for your turn-ons later on in life, you know. So
you look back and chart your entire career for the next 5 years by looking back at Spaced.
Spaced, yeah.
See what are we going to do next?
Yeah.
See a war film.
Okay, we got to do a war film. They've kind of all been done, haven't they? All the good wars have been taken, right?
I don't know. They were creating new ones all the time.
They are creating new ones all the time.
So going in, did they have... I mean, when were you presented with, this is what we're doing next?
Well, you know, quite early on, because, you know, I'm their mate. So I'm always around and, you know, what do you think of this? And what do you think of this idea? But, you know...
That's a loaded question.
They just fucking get on with it. They just sit down and bang it out, and then a year and a half later we're ready to shoot. And that's when I come in.
So they give you a call saying, you know, it's between you and Phil Jupitus at this point.
Yeah, I think Phil...
We're kind of on the fence.
What will you give us?
Yes, what concessions will you make? Do you work cheap?
I think Phil would have needed a bigger trailer than me, and just the physicality of it all.
Well, then you were still below Bill Bailey.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. I know my place in the food chain.
Did they make it quite clear to you all the time?
Yeah.
You know, just like that, we can replace you.
I've got a shirt that says, "You're not Bill. Remember, you're not Bill Bailey."
Did Bill give you that shirt?
Yeah.
Is that the one that has the vole on the back?
It's got Bill's famous vole on the back.
Badger Time.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
That's what he's doing, isn't he? A documentary series about beavers or fucking...
I think he just finished the beaver documentary.
Otters it was.
No, he finished the otter one too.
Right,
he's actually
right.
on to a new animal.
Well, and
I think Phil was talking about he just adopted some kind of small squirrel, like rare squirrel now to keep around the house.
Phil has a menagerie.
I heard that he has, well, the birds I knew about, but I didn't know that he actually started to move into other exotic animals.
Yeah, I think he's got all sorts.
He does realize he has a kid now, right?
Yeah. It's hidden in the...
in one of the cages?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you talk about the idea, how exactly was the idea presented to you? We're going to do this or Sad's cop film, or?
Well, you know, I don't really have much say in that kind of part of the deal, but, you know, just from hanging out and stuff, you kind of, you know, we got together quite early on and watched a fucking big pile of films, big pile of cop films and stuff.
Which one stands out in your memory?
Bad Boys 2. I think
now we know the template.
I think, yes, definitely. I think after Bad Boys 2 finished, I couldn't go on. I didn't see the point of watching, you know, another cop film.
Is that the one they started with? Is that this is the first one?
Yeah.
Just knocked you right out?
That was it. I see you later.
We didn't even get to Bad Boys yet. We're going in reverse. Changing it up.
Yeah. But, yeah, well, you know, they just watched a lot of films and then they're off. And then, you know, I'm in a position where I get a script at quite a nice early stage, so, you know, I can start planning what I'm going to do, and you know, they just set to work polishing and you know.
So handed that character. What was your first thought when you were handed that character?
Brilliant. Brilliant. I get to be a policeman for 15, 14 weeks or whatever it was.
I mean, it's quite a bit different than your Sean character or your hyperspace character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is great. I mean, you know, Edgar and Simon and me have been working together for so long that it's you never look at something on the, you know, that it's written for me, you know, and with me in mind. So there's never that much work for me to do, you know, apart from remember.
You really shouldn't be saying that. You should be saying, you know what? It's a hell of a lot of work. I should be paid more. They take me for granted.
Well, all that is taken. But it's just a fucking pleasure. It's a bit boring saying that all the time, working with those two. But
well, then start creating this whole other reality. So you know what? They're hell to work with. So Edgar never even shows up.
Edgar was a dream on this film to shoot with. It was great.
Now, have you seen an evolution in working with him for so many years?
Yeah.
A confidence evolution, or just the rapport that you two had?
Well, he's just great at his job now. I don't know what the finished article for a director is, but he's on this. You can get quite worried thinking, I hope Edgar's all right. But he just. Plus, we had such big actors in the film as well. He was just on his best behaviour and on top form all the time. It was a real.
Do you worry about it? Do you worry sometimes he's going to go off book and just go snap one day? Like, how could you do that? That was a guest star.
Machete comes onto set.
That was Hollywood that was here.
That was John Hollywood.
How could you?
Yeah.
Simon's in his trailer crying right now.
How could you piss on this guy? Literally.